Assalamualaikum students. Today we are going to cover the 10 years of different economic developments from 1947 till today 2020. Your new book has been updated and it is up to 2020. My dear students, in class 9th you have already done the second and third 5-year plan. But here we are not going to separately concentrate on the 5-year plans, but rather we will be concentrating on the periods, 10-year periods of the economic development. Let's discuss first of all the 5-year plans. My dear students, as we all know that Pakistan is a developing country, that is why in the beginning till the 1996 we were conducting 5-year programs. That is, whatever task was decided, it was to be achieved, the goal was to be achieved in 5 years of time period. But now after 1996 we have stopped making 5-year plans and now we make only yearly plans. The first 5-year plan was from 1955 to 60. It was the first 5-year plan just after the making of constitution, and it was a failure. In 1960 to 65, it was the second 5-year plan in the Ayub Khan era, and it was a success. You have already done this plan in class 9th. 1965 to 70, because of the war and uncertain situation inside the country, the plan was a failure. In 1970 to 75, because of the negative situation of the separation of the East Pakistan, this plan could not be conducted. The new plan was generated in 1978 till 83 and it was a failure. 1983 till 88, it was a general success, the sixth plan. It was in the time period of Zia-ul Haq. In 1988 to 93, it was a failure because of the uncertain political conditions. Too much changing of the political governments. In 1993 to 96 as well, the same, the changing of the political setup, the plan was a failure. Let's come on to the first period of the economic development. It is from 1947 to 50. My dear students, it is the smallest of the 3 years because इसको हम 10-10 साल में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर सकते. आगे 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 10-10 साल का टाइम पीरियड चलता जाएगा. In this time period, we were not an independent country in our soul, as we did not have any constitution, but the plans were prepared for the upbringing of the economic development. Industries were not capable because we did not have enough industries, and most of the industries were in the portion that India got. As Pakistan was an agricultural country, all the income was to come from agriculture, but agriculture was also in the primitive form. The trade by the non-Muslims before 1947 was conducted, as all the non-Muslims were related to trade. As the time of 1947, all the traders migrated to India and Pakistan came to a standstill. But sooner after creation of Pakistan, the people who had migrated towards Karachi from India, many of them were traders, and because of this activity, Karachi became the hub of business activity. In 1947, industrial conference was held. It was aimed at utilizing available raw material, that is the raw material that was already available inside Pakistan, and the decision was taken to promote investors from the world to come to Pakistan and make some investments in the field of industry and other fields of life. Industrial Board and Industrial Financial Corporation were also started in this time period, but this time period was the time period of great difficulties and we could not succeed anything. From 1950 to 60, 1950 to 52, there was a Korean War in our region of Asia. Because of this war, the prices of the raw material went up in the international market, as well as Korea and other countries started to uh, store the raw material with them. My dear students, whenever the war is going on, all the countries start to store the raw material as they think that in the time period there may be the less availability of the raw material. That is why Pakistan earned a lot of foreign exchange in this time period. In this time period, we adopted a liberal soft trade policy. There was a ban on imports. हमने बाहर से मुल्कों से चीज़ें खरीदनी बंद कर दी. In 1952, Pakistan Industrial Development Corporation was made, and the target was to develop the industries of Pakistan. In 1960, the industrial development was 11.9%. Industries flourished a lot. The first 5-year plan was started in 1955. The volume of the first 5-year plan was 1080 crore rupees, but the plan was a failure. The exports could not be raised, but the experience was gained. Overall impact result of this plan was that industrial development and agriculture both were neglected, and there was an income disparity. No mineral development was conducted in the region in Pakistan except for gas, and the 5-year plan was a failure. From 1960 to 70, it is the Ayub Khan time period. Ayub Khan put severe punishments on the different types of activities that were against the law. With this, industrial development started at a great speed, and it kept on increasing till 1965. Agriculture also kept on developing till 1965. The second 5-year plan was a great success. You have already done this plan in great detail in class 9th. First of all, 1900 crore rupees were suggested for the plan. Afterwards, it was increased to 2300 crore rupees for the investment. GNP, gross national product, increased to 30%. Industrial development increased to 40%. Exports increased to 7%. Agricultural development increased to 15%. Employment opportunities unfortunately could not be created to that much, but overall the second 5-year plan was a great success. From 1965 to 70, the third 5-year plan was a failure because first of all we had war, and afterwards we could not continue our activities, and we started to depend on foreign aid. 5200 crore rupees volume was there of this third 5-year plan. Industries only increased to 5%, investment decreased to 4%, agricultural decreased to 4.5%, exports also only 7%, and it was not a full-fledged success. (1970 to 80). My dear students, the first half of the 1970 to 80, that is the first 5 years, were very unfortunate because one portion of Pakistan got separated from it, East Pakistan. Economic development became very disappointing. First 7 years were not at all hopeful. The fourth 5-year plan could not be implemented because the separation of the East Pakistan. Devaluation of the currency kept on making the situation worse. The dollar from 4.76 rupees increased to 11 rupees. My dear students, now we have got more than 100 rupees, and at that time it was increasing and it reached 11 rupees. Negative impact of the nationalization could be seen on the economy. 1978 onwards, once the General Ziaullah government came, economic reform ordinance was issued. Privatization of the agriculture sector, like whatever could be privatized, it was given back to their owners. Agricultural raw material डिपेंडेंसी वॉज इंक्रीज। इसका मतलब ये है कि जितना हम रॉ मटेरियल पाकिस्तान के अंदर से अरेंज कर सकते थे उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करना शुरू किया। अनफॉर्चुनेटली इन्फ्लेशन ऑल्सो इंक्रीज्ड। In the first 7 years, nationalization of 32 units was conducted, and investment came to a standstill. Investment wide came to a standstill because the international community was scared कि अगर वो यहाँ आके इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे तो फिर ना गवर्नमेंट ही ना कुछ टेक ओवर कर ले।